What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Off the Dome podcast. You know, the podcast where I don't write a script and go off the dome. Today, I don't even have any blank papers with me, so I'm going to hope for the best. But you know, I'm your host, John A., or the man with too many AKAs. I kind of got bullied out of saying all of my AKAs, but it is what it is. If you've seen the first episode, you get the gist of it. That wasn't even half of my AKAs. But anyways, let's get into the topic. I know that's what y'all here for. So today's topic, I feel like this is something that, especially with the way social media is built to have people think, it's easy to influence a lot of people and has been throwing a lot of people off lately. And so we're talking about social media cleanses, social media breaks. I remember doing this all the time. Sometimes I'd just be mentally drained, and Instagram wasn't helping, Twitter wasn't helping. I just deleted. I remember after high school, actually really after COVID hit, sometime a little bit after I got my degree, after I graduated diploma. After I got my diploma, I went ghost on social media. For months I went so ghost off of social media. Best thing to my mental health. And I see a lot of people doing that now. They see this person doing that, and then they start to compare their lives, and that's when social media gets toxic. Because now people are comparing, and then kind of starts kicking your ass because now you're looking at this 18-year-old who's a millionaire, and you're sitting here still living with your parents, and it's like, damn, this is kind of like, why am I not like this? I need to be like them right now. And then it's like you start putting false ideas into your head on what you need to be doing at your age, when really everyone's path in life comes at different paces. Just because he's a millionaire, she's a millionaire at 18 does not mean you have to be one at 18 or by the time you halfway through your 20s. Some people don't touch it till they 40. Some people never touch a million. Shoot, that's honest. A lot of people don't touch millions. That's just the facts. Some people might not even hit 500K. It's the hard truth. But with that, a lot of people now, for the betterment of themselves, which I completely agree, take social media breaks. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's always different levels to social media breaks. Like for me, I had to keep TikTok. Everything else got deleted. I had to keep TikTok for my sanity. And I mean, you don't count YouTube as social media, but had to keep TikTok. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, gone though. And of course, there's different levels. Maybe it's just you find yourself doing this only on Instagram. Or maybe you find yourself going on TikTok too much, and then you're spending like 9 hours a day on TikTok. So you're just like, look, I'm going to delete TikTok. There's many reasons. Maybe it's too addicting. Maybe a certain social media app is just too addicting and it's been taking over your life. You don't have to go the whole 9 miles. But if you're going to take a social media break, stick to it. Stick to it instead of time frame. And you'd be like, hey, for 2 weeks, I'm not going to use Instagram and Twitter. Mark it down on your calendar when you could come back. For 2 weeks. Don't be like, oh yeah, I'm going to just take a social media break. I'll be back when I'm back. Because then, a couple days in, you're going to be itching like, I just said I was going to be back when I'm back. So I'm back now. That's really how it was when I first started. I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to be back whenever I come back. Not even 24 hours later, I'm back, baby. Y'all miss me? No one misses you. You know, stick to it. Set a time frame so that when it is time for you to come back, it's like you have a set date. You don't have just any day in a week or 2, maybe 3. You know, set it. Give yourself a month, 2 months. I mean, I feel like that's a long time. What I used to do is 3 days a month. 3 days a month, no social media. I don't do it anymore, but it's something easy like that. I'll be like, all right, I'm not going to use it from Monday. I'll be back on Thursday. Set a timer on my phone so that on Thursday, now I can re-download everything. You know, just something like that. But if you're gonna do it, stick to it. You know what I mean? Don't even be like going off of social media, guys. Promise you, we don't care. When I go off social media, I do not tell nobody. People will be DMing me like I'm still on social media. I'll come back to floods of DMs or stuff like that. Just go. We don't care. We don't care. But that's it. I mean, stick to it. Stick to it if you're going to do it. Like, if you're going to set your mind on something like that, go with it 100%. Don't cheat it or nothing. You know, there's no shortcuts in this. If it's to improve your mental health, you don't want to take shortcuts in it. Really, there is shortcuts in life. But when it comes to your mental health, you don't want to be taking shortcuts or something like that. Straight like that. Now, we rolling over. Now it's getting a little deeper. We rolling over to something I know a lot of my fellas, I'm pretty sure it's called something for girls, but y'all ladies can understand too. I don't think it affects y'all like that though. I don't get no girls, so I'm not versed in it. But it's the no fap. If you're not educated on what no fap is, no beating your dick. That's what it is. That's something what I've actually been doing now. We 2 months strong, baby. We rolling up on 2 months. You know, without. And there's different levels to the no fap. You have like your base no fap where you could beat your. I don't want to get demonetized. It's not like I'm making money anyways. But you could beat your thing. You beat your tallywhacker, your Peter whacker, but just no pornography. You can't beat it to pornography. You better use your thoughts and imagination. Then you got the standard no fap, which is just no pornography, no beating your meat, none of that. Then you got like the hardcore, where it's no porn, no beating your meat, no sex. Now, I mean, I'd like to be having sex, but I'm not. So technically, I'm participating in the hardcore mode. But like, if I had an option, if I had options like that, if I was smooth like that, I'd be doing the normal. But those are the different stages of no fap and stuff. And like, y'all probably like, why is he talking about this? Why are he talking about this? Because I've been talking with a friend about it, and really, I think this is something a lot of fellas should be doing. Like, around, I've known dudes addicted to beating their things since like middle school. I feel like this is something fellas age 16 to 22, you really should be looking into. Like, if you're addicted to, especially if you're addicted to this, you got to be looking into no fap. Like, you got to realize there's got to be an end. There's got to be, there's only so many, actually there's so many videos you can. But it's like, you can't then be here like at 40 years old still doing this. Your shit not gonna work. It's not gonna fall out. And I'm gonna be the first to say it though. Benefits are not guaranteed. They're not guaranteed unless you let it. Like, you could go 30 days without beating your meat, and literally nothing happens. Like, I'm not saying you're gonna sit here and then you're gonna wake up one morning floating and you're gonna gain magical powers like it's Black Superpower Day in December. If you know, you know. But I'm just saying, like, this is something to really work on yourself. Because when you're not beating your meat, you're focusing more on yourself. I found that the reason why I was beating it was just so much free time. I wasn't filling up my free time. I'd just be bored. I'd be like, damn, I'm bored. Alright, let me go. Damn, I ain't got nothing else to do. Might as well. You feel me? I will say though, the disadvantages of beating your meat, you know, it's just temporary happiness. You know, once you going in, once you release that dopamine, that's the temporary happiness. You get like, it's gone like that. Now you got post-nut clarity. Now you're sitting there like, what are we doing? What am I doing? It's temporary. You don't get that. You don't get that back. You don't get that time back. You don't get that happiness back. Ooh, shit. Like, once it's gone, it's gone. And you get it for like 10, 15 seconds. Like, is it really worth it? And it kills sex drive, kills sex performance to the max. Because now you're out here doing it so much. You might get quantity, you might last longer, but it kills quality. And quality over quantity anytime. Your performance goes, and your drive goes. Why? Because you doing it too much. But the benefits I've received, and remember, this varies per person. And now I'm not overly horny as I used to be. You know, 11 o'clock used to hit. It's not even demon time. It's H&H. Like, I'm on a mission, and that's all on my mind. Sex. Let me not say that and get demonetized. But And believe it or not, when I withheld myself from, doing the deed, now I seen an increase in my performance and my sex drive because I'm getting better quality when I'm withholding myself. Believe it or not. And happiness, I've seen a big increase in my personal happiness, and I feel like this is like one that's stagnant with everyone, because when you inoculating, your body starts to over rely on that short stint of dopamine after you do it. So you get like 10-15 seconds of happiness, but then when that post-nut clarity hits, it's sadness up until the clarity wears off. So now I got that sadness for like 10 minutes. Now it's going up to 30 minutes. Now it's like an hour. The more and more I'm doing it, the more this wave of sadness lasts until maybe I wake up the next day, or until I do it again. And that was killing my happiness, because now my body's relying on 10 to 15 seconds of happiness. So when I withheld myself from that, I didn't have that wave of sadness anymore. And with that, my confidence went up also. I felt like now I was using it like kind of because I just couldn't get with girls. Now I'm actually being more outgoing, talking to people, being able to approach them without stuttering, fumbling, or just being like just being too shy in general. But that's me. To each is their own. I'm not gonna sit here and feed you a line and tell you, hey, you're gonna see the same exact results as me. Every person's body reacts different when they see no fat. I feel like a lot more people see results than not, but there are people that don't see it. There are people that see these results, but they're kind of like a placebo, however the heck you say it. It's just a small effect on them that's not really doing anything. But for me as a whole, like, I'm 60 days in, I can't go back, because this has been great for me. Like, my body has been loving this for me. And we gonna roll that over into pornography and what it does to the mind, because I feel like this is a big part. No one, for the most part, when you're going to do it, you're going to throw on pornography. And I feel like that is where it started. A lot of us was exposed. I'm not gonna say a lot of us, but as someone that was exposed to it at a very young age, it made me hypersexual at a young age, because that's all I seen. I couldn't wait till nighttime to go and watch it, because it's like, dang, I want to do this too. I'm like 10, 11, and really, you're not supposed to be exposed to that type of stuff. I'm not supposed to be thinking that type of stuff 24/7. I got exposed to it too young, and because of it, I was very hype. Even though I wasn't having it, I was very hypersexual. Like, that was what would be on my mind 24/7. That's what would make me horny 24/7 and all that. Pornography also causes body dysmorphia. Even I know someone that told me, he was like, man, so-and-so, this girl nipples don't look nothing like the porn videos I be watching. Why would I even, like, he was like, that's disgusting. If they don't look like this porn star or that porn star, they not, like, they body sloppy. And I'm like, bro, what? You comparing girls' bodies because of the porn you watch? Now you trying to compare them to people that get their body done, or people that work in a business where they make them look like that way, and now you're gonna compare them like that. You don't have realistic expectations. And I know people that also watch it, and they're like, man, look what these girls are having sex with on the hub, on the edit videos. I don't have nothing like that. How are girls gonna want me? These guys are muscular, they're hung. Pause. I don't even need to say pause, but they're sitting there like, oh yeah, they're muscular, they're hung, and I'm not that. How are these girls gonna fuck with me? And that's causing body dysmorphia, because in reality, you're not gonna find someone with those qualities off the street and stuff. They're enhanced for entertainment, for the clicks, for the views. And I met, especially when we were young watching it, a lot of people were comparing them to themselves, and they didn't realize it, but that's body dysmorphia. Now they kind of look at that themselves like their body is garbage, their body's trash. They gotta look like this person, they gotta look like that person, so they could achieve sex. When that is not it in the reality, and your goal isn't to look like this to achieve sex. It should be, I want to look like this. I want to look like this because maybe it's healthier for me. Maybe it's better for me. Maybe just because Maybe just because I like to look for myself, not because if I got this, more girls, more guys will be attracted to me, and I'll have more sex. And if y'all rolling with me, and it sets also unrealistic expectations in the bed. I remember as a virgin once, and I'm thinking I'm gonna be lasting 30 minutes. I'm gonna have the girl in like 10 different positions. I'm gonna be doing this, that, the third. And then when I did it, it's like, I had all these high, unrealistic expectations for the longest. And that's what pornography does to you. It sets these expectations that aren't supposed to be met. They're taking pills to last longer. They have scenes, they got rest. This takes days of work, but you don't see that because that's behind the scenes. You just thinking this is all in one shoot, one go. Like, it's not like that. They got a camera crew. They got the people with the mics. Like, this is serious, and because of that, you don't see that. So you're setting yourself unrealistic expectations. It's like, I want sex to look like this video I've seen, that video I've seen. When in reality, it's gonna be, you might as well throw on 2 songs. You might as well set a playlist for 3 songs because you'd be lucky to last that long especially in the first round. I'm exposing the fellas out there and myself just a little bit. With that, and honestly, I think pornography just destroys the mind with that now, because now you got kids watching at a young age. They going off and they starting to beat their meat off. They starting to beat their meat now too. So you got all that plus you being meat now at a young age. Now you're like 16 and you're super sexual. You've been exposed to it for like 4 years now, and I really think it does destroy the mind. I think the industry is too lax with letting younger children getting in and seeing the videos without really thinking about what it's going to do to them 5-6 years later when now they're 18, 19, 20. But that's all I got for today. Kind of rushed. I'm sorry. Kind of little boof episode this week. I promise you next week's episode I'll try to make it better. But if you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to tell some people. It's your boy and your host, John A, a.k.a. King John, a.k.a. Super Saiyan John. And y'all be safe and all love. Peace.